of town on a boat going to southern islands, sailing to reach before a following sea. She was making for the trades on the outside and the downhill run to Papaete.
So this year, our annual lobster trip has a few twists to it. Ray is now living in Key Largo, so Mark flies down to Tampa, and Mark and I head over to Orlando to pick up a freezer for Ray. And so the trials and tribulations of Captain Randy begin. Somehow along the way, we managed to destroy the electrical wiring for the lights on the trailer. We fix that and then pick up Ray's godforsaken freezer. This damn thing was a pain in the butt to get on the truck. We had to stop about 47 times along the way to rope it down so it wouldn't roll off the back, which we probably should have let happen.
Tina, the question is, where is it going to go? Bye-bye, freezer. Bye-bye. I thought he was going to say, I don't want it. Take it back to Orlando. Really? I'm actually kind of impressed that damn thing fit. Tina, you have a new freezer. Ray, it's about damn time you got that boxes up here.
I think you have a drinking problem. I love Tito's.
So the next morning, we launched the Double Bubble, and we're heading out to a friend of Tina's house who has graciously allowed us to use her dock space while we're in Key Largo. The only problem is, none of us have ever been to this dock by water. Local knowledge really is a valuable thing down in the Keys.
So, beautiful day here in the Keys. Around, the weather's great, the water is beautiful. Just look at that scenery. The unfortunate thing is we're stuck. One of the hazards of the tides is that you don't know the channels exactly the way they are laid out. Sometimes you take shortcuts, and if it's low tide, we don't make it. We're sitting on about 6 inches of water right now, but we're gaining on it. Captain Randy, can you give us your status report?
I accept full responsibility for the situation that we're in. I overestimated the depth of the water and endangered the Double Bubble and its fine crew. So basically, we're screwed.
Ray, what's your assessment?
We're fucked.
Watermark.
About an inch right now.
The water's rising.
It is.
Check this out. See? It's right down in the water here. That was the bottom.
Not a good thing. So Mark, how's the trip going so far?
Well,
Has it started?
What's our current
we've had a couple of
what's our current situation?
right now. We're high and dry or beached.
So who was the idiot that was driving the boat when this happened?
Oh,
Only thing I can say.
Captain Randy.
that would be me. Thank you very much. Shit. We are high and dry at low tide. Trying to make it to those markers and it did not happen.
You guys want me to take a film of you and Ray?
Actually, yeah, can you do that?
Yeah.
It's going now.
Okay.
Hey, you guys.
The Three Musketeers.
We're the Three Stooges.
After a long day
Stuck in
on the water. Stuck on the water. You gotta scoot over, I can't see Snooks.
This way?
Go that way.
We're used to better direction.
There you go. Say, wave to the camera.
Look at Randy's feet, by the way. Look at his white socks he has.
And his yellow toenails.
I'm styling.
You guys are killing me.
Thank you. Mark, how's the food?
Excellent. Great choice. Great atmosphere.
Tina, how's the company?
It's awesome.
We are excellent, are we
You
not?
are awesome.
All right, here at the Snook Inn, Saturday nights. Mark made us come here. Good decision. Round 2, Saturday night. Ray got us here safely. Hog Heaven. From the ocean side, down the boardwalk in the dock.
So Ray, the storms are past and we're going to try to get a dive in, right? Hopefully the weather will hold out for us. So making our way to the boat. Nice people here letting us even have a private doorman.
Can I help you with your bags?
How's it looking, Randy? Yeah, that's a nice bag, by the way. Been doing some shopping? There she is.
It's time to do some diving in Key Largo.
She is all that I have left, and music is her name. Think about how many times I have fallen. Spirits are using me, but your voice is calling. Whatever brought you and me cannot be forgotten. Tested, and we never failed. It was the easiest thing to do. You will survive being bested. Somebody fine will come along, make me forget about loving you in the Southern Cross. clear Moroccan skies. Birds and pigs and chickens call. Animal carpet wall to wall. American ladies 5 foot tall and blue. Sweeping cobwebs from the edges of my mind. Had to get away to see what we could find. Hope the days that lie ahead bring us back to where they led. Listen not to what's been said to you. Would you know we're riding on the Marrakesh Express? Would you know we're riding on the Marrakesh Express? They're taking me to Marrakesh, all on board the train, all on board the train. I've been saving all my money just to take you there. I smell the garden in your hair. Casablanca going south. Blowing smoke rings from the corners of my mouth. Blowing crackers hanging in the air. Charming cobras in the square. Striped your leathers we can wear at home. Well, let me hear you now. Would you know we're right on the Marrakesh Express?
Okay, Randy, what was this reef's name again?
This is Alligator Reef off the coast of Isle of Iran, about 6 miles offshore.
Yeah. Treacherous waters down there, right?
Absolutely treacherous. We battled the currents and the sharks the entire time.
Yeah. But after a hard day of diving, what do we do, Ray?
It's El Presidente.
We go for El Presidente. Viva Presidente!
Viva la cerveza!
So after our great dive off of Alligator Reef, we get back to Ray's house and I decide to practice with the drone a little bit. After all, practice does make perfect. Or does it? Alright, a little better. We got a little higher. We're seeing some trees. We see some feet and oops, here we go again. So now I'm starting to get the hang of it. Got some height. We see Ray and Tina's house and their patio, the high tension wires, and all the other things that could destroy my poor little drone. We see the next door neighbor's yard where I crashed it into the roof of his garage and had to go ask his son to crawl up and get it. And oh, by the way, looks like we have one more last crash landing for the day. But to end it all, we get a nice, gorgeous sunset over the bay. Really quite spectacular. So the next morning we load up the double bubble. We're heading out the channel. We're going to go check out some snorkeling spots that I got from my good buddy Don Colthurst. See if we can find some of his secret lobster hideouts.
Yeah, okay, we're here.
Hey, first snorkeling on the double bubble off of Tavernier Creek. Been through one rainstorm, a grounding, and we're still smiling.
Like the Osmonds.
Got some nice water here, just getting ready to go in.
Underneath an orange tree, why can't she see me? Guinevere drew pentagram.
Ray, get up, poke that stick, Ray. Get him to move. So I get a good shot.
Go down and poke that black-tip shark.
Yeah. You said it was a nurse shark.
So, per first mate Mark's request, I take the tickle stick, I go down and poke that stingray so Mark can get a good underwater shot.
she shall be free. As she turns her gaze down the slope to the harbor where I live.
We got some other critters down here with us. See that nurse shark there in the middle of that coral head? He's pretty harmless for the most part.
Had golden hair like yours, my lady, like yours. Streaming out when we'd ride through the warm wind down by the bay. Yesterday, seagulls circle endlessly. I sing in silent harmony. We shall be free.
What time is it again?
It's El Presidente time.
Ray, do you concur?
No, I fucking agree.
So that night it's off to another great dinner at a local hangout called Sundowners.
Sundowners dinner at sunset.
That stuff takes great pictures, doesn't it?
All right, here we go. Selfies on the video.
Look around me, I can see my life before me, running.
Welcome to Key West.
Hey, glad to be here.
Ray,
Yeah,
wake up.
I'm awake.
We're in Key West.
Yeah, I know.
What I wanted, but I wish that I had started long before I did.
Yeah, so that's where we're having dinner. This is usually our first stop every time we're in Key West for dinner. Look at these. Hi. Look at these two jokers here. What are you guys doing here?
We're here for dinner. What are you doing here?
We're here for jokes.
Oh, when you were young, did you question all the answers? Did you envy all the dancers who had all the nerve? Look around.
So I brought my drone to Key West hoping to get some great dramatic shots. So far I've got a lot of great dramatic crashes.
I thought we were gonna see the.
Any little wind, man, it's just can't handle it.
Yeah, well,
But I'm not gonna give up.
good try.
Thank you very
Too
much.
much rain, I guess.
No, too much wind.
Okay.
Plus lack of technical expertise.
So let's try this again. This flight's a little better. There's Ray. There's Mark. A little steady there. Not too bad. Not too bad. And then as we come along here, we're losing altitude. There's me, and boom. Oh well, let's go get a beer.
Hello. Did you leave any for us?
There's a few out there. I had to start throwing them back and getting others because I was trying to get bigger ones. There's plenty out there. Have fun.
Thank you.
Doug, you ready for lobster season 217?
Ready, rock and roll.
Mark?
I am ready. Yep.
Ray?
Hell yeah, baby.
All right, so now, Doug, who's the first mate, second mate, and third mate?
That's a good question.
We'll make Ray the first mate, Mark the second mate, I'll be the third mate.
Okay.
First mate does all the work on this boat.
There you go.
You must go for what you wanted. Look at all my friends who did and got what they deserve. So much time to make up everywhere you turn. Time we have wasted on the way. So much water moving underneath the bridge. Let the water come and carry us away. So much love to make up everywhere you turn. Love we have wasted on the way. So much water moving underneath the bridge. Let the water come and carry us away.
All the big ones are mine. Oh, those were yours. Excellent.
Yeah.
How many did you get?
There were 9 total. Those are,
Marginal, so we're
well, they're legal, but they're barely.
Okay.
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 good ones.
6 good ones. I don't really have that many big ones. I got maybe 2 or 3 big ones.
This was never going to fall open.
Hell no. I had that happen once. No, there's a little button. Push that button up.
Okay.
Push it up and pull it back at the same time. No, up, towards you. Up, no, towards you.
Oh, wow, that's easy when you do it that way.
You only got 2? 2 or 3 times before we're done anyway. Oh, there you go. We're good. Did you hear him pulling the anchor?
Oh, I was right there.
Yeah, they were worried about, trying to get you out of there, yeah.
Yeah, I saw it trying to yank up, and I was trying to get a lobster there. It was fucking too short.
We thought they hooked a Schweitzer.
Yeah.
Hey, you got your flag out there, your dive flag. Right.
Did they say something?
Well, they were just concerned. They wanted to make sure they didn't hit you. They stayed concerned for about 30 seconds and then started moving anyway. It's nice to have this setup shot, except for the fact that Mark's butt is in like half the screen. Ray, how'd we do?
Good day.
2017.
Got our limit.
Annoying selfie time. Right, Mark?
Okay, Randy, look at that booty there. I mean the lobsters, not that booty.
We did good, again.
So after another successful day of chasing down lobsters, we head down to the Veterans Memorial Park outside of Mallory Square, where everybody's seen this picture in Life magazine of the sailor kissing the nurse after World War II was over. I finally get the drone working, got a few more technical skills with some practice, and most of all there's no wind. Get some good shots there. There's the guys on the street side. Now we're inside Mallory Square, and there's the War Memorial right there. And my little drone is buzzing all over the place. I'm getting some good shots. We've got people in the square, we've got acrobats, we've got jugglers, we got a little bit of everything. Notice that this is right next to the water, which made me a little concerned as far as where am I going to land this puppy. So while this shot turns out to be a very nice shot heading out over the water, actually the wind had taken the damn drone and was starting to put it right into the drink. Luckily I was able to get it back and save it and then bring it down for one of my famous crash landings. Now, one thing you have to realize on these drones is there's a switch to turn the camera on and to turn the camera off. Well, sometimes I kind of sort of forget to turn the camera off, like right now. So I'm holding on to the drone, the camera's going, I'm not really aware of it, and we decide to go see a juggler. That's on the street, one of the street vendors there. So quite innocently, I'm just standing there watching the juggler while the camera's filming away. I have to say it is one of my better shots that I've gotten from the drone. I love my drone. See, I told you, really was a juggler there.
Traditional dinner at Conch Republic.
Yes, great dinner.
Great shrimp.
Good service, good drinks,
Nice night.
good music.
Take two.
Take two. 7:15 in the morning, underway.
Second day.
Second day. Getting bugs.
Get lots of mosquitoes.
A lot of mosquitoes. They're hungry too.
Yeah.
Mark has a new dent in his head.
New one.
Walking into the Bimini that we've been walking around for 2 weeks.
What were you on the bench up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just stepping down and looking where I was stepping instead of...
Next time you grab a little top. Or...
Yeah, next time I'll know better.
So we're heading out the channel from Doug's Dock. As Ray said, 7:15 in the morning into a gorgeous sunrise. Cloudy morning. The sun just sparkling off the waves. And then all of a sudden, we see a rainbow. Let's go over our lobsters. Our lobsters are the pot of gold at the end of this rainbow. So on day 2, we do it again. Get our limit of lobsters, bring them back to the dock, clean them up. We're ready to haul them on home. and our week of lobster hunting is over. So as you recall, the title of this video for Key West Lobsters 2017 is The Trials and Tribulations of Captain Randy. So while we have been successful in our lobster endeavors, we've had a great time in Key Largo and Key West, we're now heading back. The story is not quite over. As Ray is now living in Key Largo, and Key Largo has some of the best diving, fishing, and lobstering spots in the world, we decide to leave the Double Bubble in Key Largo after the lobster season. The plan is for Randy and Andrea, or even Randy by himself, to go back to Key Largo in a couple of weeks when the regular lobster season opens to do some boating and have some fun in Key Largo. Well, one thing led to another, and a couple of weeks turned into 3 weeks and 4 weeks, and then guess what? You know what happened to the Keys and the state of Florida in the middle of September? You guessed it. Hurricane Irma descended upon the entire state of Florida. It hit the Keys as a Category 4 hurricane. Category 4 hurricane is about 135 to 140 miles an hour. Nothing you want to mess around with. So, what exactly happened to Ray's new house and the Double Bubble? Luckily, there was just some tree damage and a lot of debris all over Ray's house and all over the poor Double Bubble. I was finally able to get down there and get it about 3 weeks after the storm went by. But wait, the trials and tribulations of Captain Randy are not quite over. I always keep my lobsters and any other fish in a little freezer that Andrea and I have out in the garage at the house. Well, somehow the circuit breaker to that little freezer got tripped one night and we didn't realize it. So of course what happened? All those lobsters spoiled, gone, lost forever. But the vodka and the fireball in the freezer survived it very well, thank you very much. And so ends another great lobster trip for the Three Musketeers. Successful with a few trial and tribulations along the way. We had a great time in 2 different locations this year, Key Largo and Key West. And I learned how to use my drone. Got some really good shots. Some very interesting shots. I love my drone. I love my drone. I love my drone.